welcome to the Come On Show with Southside Steve.
And happy Martin Luther King Day. It's MLK Day. A lot of you are off. We decided not to be off. And I got to tell you, in the past, when I was doing the corporate gig, especially when I was doing the regular guys, management asked us not to work that day.
I know that's strange. Normally they want you to get as much work they can out of you. And here's a holiday, because it's a real holiday you can take. But they were, afraid that you'd disgrace the memory of Dr. King?
They were afraid somebody in the studio would be reckless and say something that they should not say and get them in trouble. And they go, you know what? This is just a day where people are looking for people to behave and act a certain way. And if you guys don't line up with that, we don't want to deal with the calls.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, for us being Georgia natives, that's one of the things that we're really proud of is we're the same state as MLK is from.
Yeah, and in his house, I mean, if you go, downtown and you get off, it's right over by the Jimmy Carter library, and President Jimmy Carter was right in there, and it's Martin Luther King's neighborhood. The neighborhood still stands. His house still stands. You can tour it, and of course, there's a really nice area where he is buried. And
the King Center.
Yeah, the King Center's fantastic if you want to go. I've done it. I recommend you do it. And when you're there and you're walking around, you might just hear this.
Regular season. Look at him take off.
Not exactly that, but
I have
this.
a dream.
Sorry.
That one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood.
Yes.
I have a dream.
Yes, he does.
That one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream.
Well, a lot of this stuff has come true.
Yes,
so I think he would be very proud today. Not only did we have a black president twice,
right?
We got reelected.
Yes.
Some of the other things, I think, doesn't he mention like have a dream? One day kids will play together, black and white,
100%.
And I have a picture of my son when he was in pre-K with an African American kid, and they're hugging each other. It's a great picture, and it's like, hey, here it is. Whatever, 50 years later, and a lot of these dreams have come true.
No, they have. It's not like that. It's not like it was. And when I say like it was, this would have been when my father was in his 20s. So you've really got to look at the 60s to be this horrific time. The 70s, I think it still existed, but the change was there. But ever since I've been in school in the 80s, I was colorblind. Yeah. I lived downtown. If I was racist, I wouldn't have lived in Castleberry because I was the minority. My high school was 50-50 by the time I graduated. Elementary school, the only black people I saw were the janitors. So the change happened.
You even saw, even in our generation, you saw the chain evolve. And now it's completely, the cultures are completely meshed. So
and I'm sitting here looking at all my posts on Martin Luther King Day over my radio career, and all of them point to, in a summation, I was just looking at like 8 or 9 of them, and I'm like, I've grown up in the South. South was the last to probably figure it out, but as I talked to my northern friends, racism exists all over. I don't even know if it's a black and white issue. There was a point in time where even in my lifetime, if you saw a black man and a white woman together, people were like, whoa.
Yeah, now that's nothing.
Jeez, are you kidding me? Nothing matters. So to me, equality has been achieved. Now what you have to do is figure out how the two races can basically take care of each other and allow each other to make what they can make, do what they can do. And it's not programs. And that's where groups like, and I don't think I'm out of line, the NAACP should go away. I mean, all they're doing is looking for racism in places where it's not. They want to sit there and act like even the George Floyd thing was a racist issue. No, it was a bad guy that wouldn't listen and a cop that put his knee on his neck too long.
Well, yeah, it was both. It was baby bad policing and, someone not complying, just like the girl in Minnesota that got shot protesting. If she would just comply, just stop.
It's in the back of my mind. And I think yours too, and anybody, and this was taught by my parents. Also, racism is usually taught by parents.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's taught. Kids don't know that. Kids that play together in the sandbox, they don't care. They don't know it. It's
my
taught.
kids do not know racism. I have an 8-year and a 5-year-old that don't care what color you are, what nationality are you. They might ask me, there's a couple people that they get around that have handicaps and they're like, Daddy, why can't she walk? Or this or that. And I have to explain it. But I'm like, she's sweet. She's fine. Her legs just don't work as well as yours. It's that parenting to make a good person. And people with poor parenting or grow up hearing their parents around the house talk negatively about anybody is the problem. But I think what MLK did today, and one reason we're working, is he achieved that.
Yeah.
But you don't want to give people, and I blame the left, I'm sorry, it's the programs, man. Don't give a person a reason to work the system and not be a good law-abiding citizen, or work. You don't give somebody $25,000 to have a baby and let them have 4 with 4 different daddies. No daddy's present. She doesn't know where the kids are. I can tell you where they are. They're breaking into cars because they got no money, and mommy's driving a real nice car. It's things like this that have got to stop, and I think it's come a long way. I do. I think we're there.
Yeah,
I think we have a different problem. I think our problem now is people that are trying to come to America that don't like America and are trying to have their own pockets and literally hate on this country but enjoy our freedoms, and they're doing it illegally. That's our problem now. So I have a dream that all people will come into this country as a citizen, love this country, love the grocery stores, love the nicer houses, air conditioning, whatever you left behind, appreciate it, never forget your past, but don't hate on your present, which is being a United States citizen. That's my dream. And my dream is brought to you this morning by Exit Wealth Studios for sure. That's where Jeff and I broadcast right here. Go to exitwealth.com. That's Ted Jenkin, who spends more time flying around than he does even here these days. And Justin Farmer, who is my guy, could be your guy, and he was your news guy for 17 years. That is the combination of Exit Wealth. And also, I want to bring on a new client, Smalls Sliders.
This sounds like some food. We got a food sponsor?
We got a food sponsor, and I might get one of those corporate cars like I had at Hooters, that you get to eat at Hooters for free. You got a tip, but you also, partake in anything on the menu, unlimited, because they know that they're going to track your account. Don't go in there and buy everything for a baseball team.
Well, I mean, they're not going to give me an unlimited bar tab.
Well, here's the thing. Alcohol's always has to be purchased.
I know.
But Small Sliders isn't about alcohol, but they have a location in Marietta. They're coming. It's a brick and mortar. It's under construction right now. There's going to be 50 of these things in the state of Georgia alone, and they are a proud sponsor. We're going to be directly connected to 26, if not all of them. The first one drops in Marietta, and then they're dropping all over the south side. And you don't sit down. There's outside seating, but there's no inside seating. It's a small building. It is a drive-through, and it is a quality burger that is small, a slider. It's gonna put Crystal out of business.
Okay, all right. So it's gonna be like a higher end slider,
much
place,
higher end
fast food. Okay,
yes,
all right.
Higher end fast food, and they're gonna be famous, just like some of the people we're about to talk about. I look at Steve MZ and I see things, and I see Britney Spears, and I don't even know what to say about it, but you can look it up, Google her. Do you follow her?
I on Instagram. I do follow her on Instagram, so I don't do Instagram that much, but whenever I do, I open it up. She's always at the top of my algorithm, and she's always in a bikini or panties, doing weird stuff.
She has lost her mind. She really has. And for people that want to see it, they're like, hey, man, I don't have a problem with this. But I'm like, this is insanity. She's dancing around in the latest one, and she's in a pair of knee-high boots, and they're just under knee-high, and she's wearing a, what do you call the Mexican flat hat that the dances?
Sombrero.
No, not a sombrero. That's the redneck hat. It's the one that's just flat. Stevie Ray Vaughan wore one. They're just that perfect lid.
No,
and it's always tilted a little bit to the side, and it's just something that you do a certain dance to. It's not the hat that the Matador wears.
The mariachi bands.
Mariachi bands.
Yeah,
wear.
I know what you're saying. The Stevie Ray Vaughan. The Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Stevie Ray Vaughan hat. Mm-hmm. And here's the latest. If you can just look at that. Oh, yeah. I mean, she's.
I'm surprised Taylor Sheridan hadn't gotten her on Landman.
Just to be
a
cousin. You're a cousin to his wife, and you're just as crazy as they are. No, but she's dancing around. She's braless with kind of a see-through shirt, and she's moving her breast around a lot, and it's pretty much out of control.
Yeah, that's how it's been for the past 5 years.
Yes,
just her doing those posts.
100%. And again,
I think the joke's on us. I think she's completely normal, and she's probably making a ton of money.
I don't know how. I mean, she is monetizing.
Yeah.
She lives, it doesn't look like she has a set home. It looks like she's living in a hotel. As well, all the pictures. I don't know. Kevin Federline, I mean, he ended up looking like a great dad, and he was a hot mess compared to her. I'd look really good married to her. They'd be like, Steve is so nice. Mm-hmm. Martin Luther King, he's in Steve MC. We opened up the show with him. And again, he was born January 15th, 1929. And was assassinated April 4th, 1968. We celebrate his birthday right here. It's now a national holiday, very deservedly so. All I can say is this famous man, he deserves you to understand his message, which is equality. He didn't say reverse discrimination. He didn't say payback. He didn't say robbing and stealing was okay. He would not approve of anybody of any color or race running into a CVS and grabbing stuff. He definitely doesn't approve of violent.
It was all about peaceful protests.
I was going to get into violent protest is exactly what he's against. Mm-hmm. And that's what everyone's doing. You're not doing it the MLK way. He opened the door for you, and now you've abused it. And that's minorities or anybody that's upset about something. Protest. Come on, man. Yeah.
I'm not going to get into it in politictainment, but you did see that some ICE protesters from Minnesota, they stormed a church.
I know.
Because they thought one of the pastors might be affiliated with ICE or something.
Good Lord.
I mean, so they're getting religion and on the Martin Luther King Day Eve holiday.
Yeah. How do you walk into a church and do anything violent and not think you just got a ticket downstairs? I mean, it's absolutely insanity to me. Now, we'll tell you something about Martin Luther King. And you know this, and a lot of people. Now, outside of his good deeds, he's a man that loved women.
Well, I have always heard he was kind of a philanderer. He wasn't necessarily faithful to his wife.
Correct.
He couldn't keep his Peter in his pants.
No, he had big, and we knew it for a fact, and that's exactly how he said it. But when you're sitting in a studio with Hosea Williams, and there were three men that were pivotal at that moment. It was Andrew Young, who was polished, who would go in and cite law, and that's how he was trying to bring back equality. Obviously, Martin Luther King, the figurehead. But, man, Hosea Williams, if you got to go into Selma, you got to cross a bridge. He's the guy that led that. He was a bit of a roughneck.
He was the more rougher of the civil rights leaders back then.
Not polished, and he's the guy that got bricks thrown at him. So Hosea Williams became a dear friend of mine, probably the last 15 years of his life. I helped him with the Thanksgiving stuff. I knew his daughter. We'd pick him up at his house and bring him on the air on the regular guys at 96 Rock. And this is old school rock. This is 98. He said in the studio, MLK like the blank. And he meant the downstairs. And I went, wow.
Like he said, just like that, just that.
And I'm running the board.
It wasn't polished. You're like, hey, do I need to bleep that?
He used the P word. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to use it. And I'm looking at the board, and Larry went like this because we have a dump button. I'm like, I'm trying to save him from himself.
Yeah.
And then I'm wondering, can that word go out over terrestrial radio about an incredible man like Martin Luther King that I think the world of? I look at a man's deeds, not his personal life. Yeah. I'm not married to him. I don't know what NFL coach cheats. I don't know what actor cheats. I don't know who does what. It's the deeds you do to make this world a better place. It's your partner's problem if you're a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
But he obviously was a little bit of a bad person. And it's MLK Day, so don't hate the man. Imagine he's like an athlete. Anywhere he went, he was so praised and so beloved. Women were throwing themselves at him. Men wanted to shake his hand and hug him. I mean, he's that guy. He was the GOAT of civil rights. So it makes a little sense, right? I haven't been ugly, have I?
I'm sure that back then there were civil rights groupies.
You know what? I never thought of that. We'll close Steve MZ on that little ditty. Now, I can tell you right now that Camp Wright RV is a proud sponsor.
Yeah.
We got 2 new sponsors. I am the spokesperson for Camp Wright RV, and I'm proud to do it. We've got a big RV sale coming up, and we're going to do something on their lot here in a matter of weeks where you can come out and see fifth wheels and bumper hitch hookups, which is what both my brothers had. One of them did a fifth wheel. That's usually got to have a pretty strong truck to anchor it inside the bed of your truck, but those things are 40 feet long. And you just got to have a strong enough truck engine to do it. So every time I've ever bought a truck, I'm like, I don't own an RV, but just in case I do, give me the truck that can handle it.
Well, I'm sure at some point we'll do a show from there.
Oh, yeah.
And we do just a full show like we did, just have another background. Then maybe we'll stop and have a drink at Eastside Station since it's on the way or on the way back.
We're talking
Loganville.
Loganville.
Okay.
Loganville's where it's located, so you can look up Camp Wright RV. They already have in place a yeah, come on deal. Anybody I endorse, I go, look, man, life's tough. I'm tight. A lot of people are tight. You got to give somebody a discount if I'm going to endorse you. And it's got to be legit, and it is legit. So try the yeah, come on discount at Camp Wright. Now it's time for
Polydictainment.
So we have another tariff standoff that Trump has started.
Okay.
Because we're trying to acquire Greenland. The big, beautiful minerals.
I have not gotten into that. I don't know about other listeners, but I'm glad you're into it. Because all I know is, are they trying to make it a state or a territory, or are we just saying, hey, let us be your protector, and otherwise somebody else is coming for you?
I'm not sure. He wants, they basically want to strike a deal where we run it. I don't know if it becomes a state or how if we just buy it.
Are they misrunning it?
No, not that I know of. I never heard any. No one talked about Greenland until all of a sudden he was like, "Oh, we're going to take Greenland." So the European Union is they're pushing back. And Trump has threatened, starting February 1st, increasing tariffs to 8 European countries in the EU, 10% on February 1st, rising to 25% if they don't reach a deal, allowing Washington to acquire Greenland.
I wonder if Trump just needs to do a Greenland speech and break it down, simple form, and tell us what's going on and why we need Greenland, because I'm really not sure.
I'm not either, but we still can't just take it. You can't just...
No, we can't do... I mean, it's what... I don't think Greenland has an army to fight back.
No, they don't. We will be taking it. We wouldn't have to take it by force. It's just kind of like we're taking it on paper. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'll be the first to take whatever side I believe in. This one I'm not sure of. I need more facts, and that's what you got to do. You don't just look at the surface and go, he's a dictator trying to take a country. You got to look at what's going on. He may know things we don't know, and is it just because we're trying to protect places to keep it out of the hands of China and Russia, which may have a plan of ruling the world?
Well, yeah, it's part of this. This is our hemisphere, so we want, and that's why the whole Venezuela thing is happening, and potentially Greenland too, that we want to run everything on our side of the world so Russia and China can't. But this is a Denmark territory,
right,
and the European Union is pushing back, and they're saying they may retaliate with more tariffs for us. The European Union might if he does this. So again, kind of another tariff war going on over us trying to make a deal buying Denmark.
Just get ready for
buying Greenland from Denmark.
From Denmark. So Denmark owns it. All right. I don't know. This is I don't even know how big Greenland is.
It's huge, but it's not. There's only like 50,000 people that live there. It's not a
lot of land, that many people.
Yeah, correct, exactly.
And is Iceland nearby? Is that north of it? Obviously.
Yeah, it's north. It's north.
Who gets Iceland?
East. Iceland's its own country.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
All right. So we don't want that.
I don't think no.
It is surprising how stupid we all are when it comes to this. But now it's on the blip. I've never been to Greenland. It's not a place that's on my vacation list. I don't know much about it other than the name. I knew what I had to know to to pass a
we
course.
We knew where it was on the map to pass geography back in the day, and that it was.
Once I passed geography, it was in my rear view.
And I always learned, Greenland is covered in ice.
Which Iceland
is covered in green.
It's weird. It's weird. Regal Nissan covers sports, and they cover it because they actually have one of their own doing it. Jack Sugar, my brother-in-law, is one of our sports guys, knows everything about sports. Then you've got Skipper, who is Regal Nissan's sales guy when it comes to service. He is your service manager. He makes the deals. He helps your car run and make sure you're not being taken advantage of. And there's only one safe place with a Nissan or an Infiniti, and that's Regal Nissan, Georgia 400, right there at Holcomb Bridge. Make sure you ask for Skipper when you walk through the door, and you can give him some come on love. And our other sports guy is fantasy football's own Jeff Bogus. And then we have Vinny Bucci, who does all things wrestling. I love bringing different dudes in that are into sports to do sports, but today you get Southside. Yeah, come on! Sports. Sean McDermott fired. I mean, man, he got it yesterday. So everybody's talking about it today. That's Buffalo Bills coach. It's just, I didn't see that one coming. The guys had 90 wins, and I looked it up, like 50 losses.
So I guess the Bills lost.
Yeah, so they lost. Josh Allen claims it was all his fault. If you watch the game, it was an incredible game. But he is known for turnovers and fumbles, and he had a key one making a run where the ball was fumbled. And when you cough up the football, you gave up too many opportunities. And then the game went into overtime with an incredible kick by Buffalo, and they just were in the wrong place, in the wrong field. He had a pass that they say will go down in history. And I could give you the audio on it. I didn't send that to you, I don't think.
No, I don't.
But he throws it, and the guy catches it for his team, and he goes down, and you see his knee hit the ground. And everybody's like, that ball is caught, and he's down by contact. And then as they roll, the ball coughs out, and then the Bronco comes up with it. They call it an interception.
Even though it was already, they're saying he could have already been down.
And this is the other thing. There's no coaches. The way overtime rules are now are pretty good. Hold on, you're going to like it. Each team gets the ball once.
Mm-hmm.
Once each team has had the ball once, if there's the score, if anybody's ahead, obviously they've won. But if they're still tied, then the next person to score wins. But each team gets the ball no matter what.
Now, that's not how it was for the famous Super Bowl that the Falcons lost.
They may have changed it because of the way the Falcons lost the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because they lost with the coin toss. Because it was like back then, if they just scored, that was it. The other team didn't even get a chance.
No, which is not the way.
That made no sense.
Makes no sense. Each team gets the ball now. So they lose, and it's sad, and everybody's upset. And a pass interference gets them down in short yardage. They're able to make a field goal and win the game. And you can just see Josh Allen on the sidelines. He's devastated.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he goes to speak, he's crying. I mean, full on crying. And it's like, he's like, I let you down. And everybody yesterday, the talk was, yeah, the team played up. You played good. You got them there. But that particular game, the 4 or 5 turnovers you had, that cost the game, and so did the play. They didn't review it. New York didn't review it. Nobody reviewed it. Well, they went with the referee call on the field and moved on quickly. Buffalo, Sean McDermott even called a timeout trying to slow up time, and they still ruled their way. Saying it an interception.
Is this going to bring out some of the NFL conspiracy theorists that it's all staged? Okay.
Already has. If you go on your socials, you got guys that go, look, check this out. And they show the situation. This is Vegas. This is why they did what they did. The refs are in on it. And, man, I don't know who's right. I don't. I can tell you the Atlanta Falcons have a new coach.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Stefanski. I got to get it down. Stefanski. I think that sounds right. He was, I didn't even know he was on the list. The guy was with the Browns, and everybody's like, no, I thought we were looking at the offensive coordinator more for the Seahawks. We were looking at 3 or 4 different people. We did not look at John Harbaugh. Too expensive. He would have cost 50, 40 million, something like that, just with him and his coaching staff. New York took them. The Giants grabbed him from the Ravens, where he worked 19 years. And then you've got, the Steelers head coach. He's out after 19 years. Nobody's picked him up. I don't even know if he wants to coach anymore. I think he wants to be with his family. But we've got Stefanski, and he's our new head coach for the Atlanta Falcons. Coming up this weekend, Patriots versus Broncos, 3 p.m., and that's going to be on CBS, AFC Championship. I don't think the Broncos have a chance because in beating Buffalo, Bo Nix broke his foot, fractured it. He's out. The quarterback that got him there is out. So the backup quarterback is damn good. He's been around a minute. It's going to be interesting with the Patriots, but I think the Patriots got that one. Now here's the tough one. NFC Championship, Rams, Seahawks, 6:30 on Fox on Sunday. Rams, we were all talking around my groups of people. I went to a couple football parties in the neighborhood. Everybody's like, the Rams have the only shot to beat the Seahawks. Seahawks are incredible. Out of the 4 teams, they're definitely the best team. But can the Rams take them down?
And this is Matthew Stafford. He's the QB.
Mm-hmm.
So your friend Sarah Tiana, the roast writer, she's got to be loving this.
She has to be. Matter of fact, she does sports really well. So here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to tell you Sarah's going to do it, but we're going to get Sarah up early on the West Coast. Sarah Tiana will do sports.
Okay.
I will have her do it. She's the roast writer. She's on the podcast, The Sports Bitches. That's the name of it. It's funny. But she knows sports, and you're right. She wants this bad.
Okay.
She loves anything Georgia, all things Georgia, Atlanta Braves. And I like it when a girl does sports.
Yeah, and when she specifically Matthew Stafford, she said she has her on her outgoing voicemail. It's him.
Yes.
Right? So.
And she's the one guy I think I don't have that.
the list, like with your spouse, like, hey, if you could have sex with a celebrity, I'll give you a pass.
Yeah.
Like Matthew Stafford is hers for her.
Hers. Oh, definitely. She's allowed to have sex with Matthew Stafford. For me, it was always Jennifer Aniston. But now we've all gotten a little bit older and her politics have gotten crazy. Again, she's pulled a Bon Jovi. I can't love you if your politics are so different. She's going to get mad at me if I say anything positive about the country or the way it's being run.
But will Amanda allow it?
Oh, I think Amanda would let me have sex with you at this point. There it is, our lovely show close. Again, special thanks to a lot of our sponsors, Exit Stage Left Advisors. Look, there's people out there with a business right now. Maybe now is the time, I guess, to break away. A lot of people feel like they got to break away from corporate America. But some people did it 20, 30 years ago, and you've had your own company. Now you're ready to do something else, or you're ready to turn it over, and you just want to sell out your half. However it is, go to Exit Stage Left Advisors. They will help you with this. They have people that want to buy businesses. And they also, every contract's different on whether you stay in it, who draws the salary, who doesn't, who's protected, who isn't, or is it an outright take it, it's yours. Exit Stage Left. Thank you very much. Exit Wealth. There's a lot of exiting going on. Exit Wealth. These are the studios that Jeff and I work from, and now we do something that we wish we could do on the podcast, but we can't. But all you got to do is tap a button. It's time for track 13.
Yeah, we didn't talk about this before, but I think since it came up, earlier in Steve MZ, we were talking about the hat that Britney Spears was wearing, the Stevie Ray Vaughan hat. So let's do a Stevie Ray Vaughan track 13. You don't hear a lot of Stevie Ray Vaughan on the radio these days.
And you know what's funny in you saying that? I'm not the biggest Stevie Ray Vaughan fan. I respect the talent. The talent was sick. Just seeing him doing it. But his kind of music, how would you describe it?
Oh, it's just like rock and roll blues.
It's blues.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Stevie Ray fan, but yeah, he was definitely one of the greats. I remember the day he died in that helicopter crash in August of 1990. It was the first day of school for me in 10th grade. I just remember exactly when that was, where I was. And I was just kind of gotten into playing guitar around the time. Of course, I was always an Eddie fan.
Yeah.
But Stevie Ray was one of the ones that, all the guitar players studied.
Had he lived, I wonder how, because I don't even know his age at the time. I think he was in his 20s or 30s. He looked older than I think he was.
Yeah, he probably was. I did know that he was sober. He's one of those guys that had gotten sober and then got killed, which is tragic.
It is tragic, but man, the way he played the guitar, obviously he's one of the greats. So why not?
Okay.
What Stevie Ray Vaughan song do you have up here?
So again, I'm not a huge fan. I do have the album Double Trouble, and we'll do something from that. It was on the radio, but again, it's gone. That's what track 13 is all about. Some of these songs that were on the radio a lot, and then poof, gone.
Gone.
Yeah, so we'll do Can't Stand the Weather.
All right, well, the weather's what got him. It was foggy.
Oh, Can't stand the weather. Stevie Ray Vaughan. You can listen to it. Click the link in the description. It is the Yeah Come On Show.